Hi, my name's Shona Reid. I'm the Guardian for Children and Young People here in South Australia. One of the really important bits about this position itself is that it does see things that other people miss. It sees and hears the silences of children's voices in these situations, and it lifts those voices so people who need to hear their experiences are hearing them. On an individual level, advocacy means that we get involved and relentlessly fight for the rights of children and ensure that what they have access to is nothing but the best. And that solely, I think, and fundamentally is a pillar of what advocacy means for this office. But we do that in a few ways. So we do that for children individually on a one-on-one basis, but we also do it in a systemic way where we might pick up patterns of activities or behaviours of a system, and we bring that to the attention of the department and the government so we can meaningfully engage in advocacy change. Policies and procedures and legislation are drafted without considering children's perspectives, and I think this role and the role of this office historically, currently and into the future importantly brings their voices to the table at Parliament or to the Minister's table or even to the table of the departments that make decisions about their very important lives. Important traits that the Guardian must have is that they are truly independent. Independent from government, independent from decision makers and independent from Parliament. That we are able to provide fearless and frank information about how children are truly tracking and how children are truly growing in our out-of-home care system. We must be able to say the difficult things and we must be able to speak the uncomfortable truths that exist, that perhaps our children are not growing up in the best places and spaces. So it's this information that helps us create a better system and create a better childhood for every child that lives in out-of-home care. Being an Aboriginal Guardian means I can bring a lens. Every child will have a different experience, absolutely, but it is also important that I can look from a cultural perspective around how they are growing in a system that has not traditionally welcomed or encouraged their cultural uniqueness. The greatest role we can play in our advocacy work is to enable children to have their own sense of agency in that advocacy. That's what I think we do really differently and we do really, really well, is supporting children to be their own advocate, that they can take not just in their time in care but into their adulthood is something that we're very proud of, and I think my team do that really, really well, and that is something that I'm proud of in our office.